Love is in the air. दिल क्या करे जब किसी को किसी से प्यार हो जाए. फास्ट फॉरवर्ड. ना कुछ तेरे बस में जूली, ना कुछ मेरे बस में. Guys, this is okay with love, but can I sing the same song and replace wherever there is love with my career that it's not in my control? Today's session, you will understand how career is actually in your control. Interview is actually in your control because the job is in your control. If you rewind, what has happened till now regarding the branding, interview, job, and all those things, I was continuously telling that you need to have control of your career. You need to have your own influence. It should be your say, your domain when it comes to your career. And we also understood the mindset that is needed, the kind of content for growth, for personal stories, everything we have already sorted out. Today, I'm going to tell you very, very important thing personally happened in my life. I want to share with you my life today. So let me start sharing the screen and tell you what happened in my life that I'm so passionately, I want to share with you people. This happened in my life. Now, this current generation of people will say, Vamsi, who are those people? Okay, I understand. This generation, you can't understand. You may not know. You know maybe one or the other person. But why am I showing this thing? It's a movie where the love triangle blossomed to the greatest extent that a director can take. And I have a very personal connection with this movie. Those were the days in my life when I was learning Hindi language. So my father was a great fan of Hindi movies. This was the movie that he took me, and I understood almost 90 to 95% of dialogues. That's why I can tell you this is a triangular love story. And today we are going to understand how this love triangle actually is playing for or against you in your career. So let me start sharing the screen again and tell you what is there with respect to this so-called Sajan and all this love triangle stuff. Imagine in the story that you are there is also another person trying to get that beautiful job, that beautiful lady. Both have great talent, but one person is very much refined. Your competitor, the LinkedIn. So who is the protagonist here? Are you the protagonist or the other person? Are you hero or the other person hero? Are you heroine or the other person heroine? What is your love? Why is it you are doing what you are doing? That job, that interview, that growth. And we all know that we get devastated when we go with lot of hopes to that interview and we hear at the end of the complete process, HR saying that I will get back to you. Or with lot of hopes, we send our resume and then we get a mail saying that we will consider your position when it is open. We are now moving with another person. These are all devastating things. It will make us feel that we are all tiny creatures and we are at the mercy of somebody's will, whims, fancies, and all those things. So who is your rival? What is so special about your rival that you have to prepare yourself so strong, be that charming person, be that handsome person, that your job instantly falls in love with you? That person is none other than LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is a metaphor, my dear friends. I am trying to tell you, is a metaphor of your competition who are far ahead of you because they have that polishness, they have that refinement, they have that exposure. It's all about coming in front of that lady when she is trying to find the best partner for her life. In the short span of time, in that small window, if you are there in the photo along with her, you are under consideration. Otherwise, you are not under consideration. The consideration factor is very, very important for her because she is in the outlook of looking who is the right fit for her. She is constantly evaluating. Okay, all the ladies out there might be thinking, hey, Vamsi, come on, man. It's not just that only the lady will be looking and the love triangle is not always that there will be two men and then one woman. Yeah, you flip the story. It does not change anything. You are either hero of your career or you are heroine of your career. But then there is also a rival and there is also a gating criteria interview when it comes to job. Maybe the lady also has a lot of grading criteria saying that, okay, this person, if he is like this, like that, and she is always evaluating the two possible people that she is meeting. So in this love triangle, what is that you need to do? Because you also want to fall in love with that job or that lady or woman in with that man, and the other person also is trying so strongly to do that. Now, this is an emotional thing. I know you can't answer, you can't do it, but you can respond. How many of you, maybe in your school days, maybe in your college, you know the question, right? That you fell in love. Now, all the gents are looking at the door. Acha, door band hai kya? Then let me raise my hand. And I'm also looking whether my door is closed or not. And yes, here ladies also have equal rights. In fact, ladies first. So we all have these love stories. And we always craved at that moment that we want to speak with that person. We want to be in front of that person. Or that person we want to see that person. We want to be in the vicinity of that person. So as long as you are not in the radar, in the vicinity of the job, by being that polished person, by being that best counterpart that he or she can feel, kel katam dukan band. You can't do anything because the competition is so fierce. The online job market is already overcrowded. Imagine that somebody gets onto a matrimonial site and try to get, there are so many options. But imagine somebody who actually enters into her life or she enters into his life, they have a special treatment. And I am exactly going to talk about that and want to break this love triangle so that you become the victor. And I'm going to tell you very simple thing. And at the end, you are also going to get the list of prompts that are needed because it's all about the ChatGPT and the Gen AI way. And I'm going to reduce your effort, I can say, or your tension, and make your love life blossom so much. If you can spend, and you just need to spend only 15 minutes per day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the days sorted. You just have to take the prompt, use the ChatGPT, whatever output comes, just put the post or do the action that I have given in the timetable. And I have not considered only one section of people because I have been mentor for early career, and also I am seeing freshers. I have been in conversation with them with mid-career people. So you will get the prompts and the daily activities for freshers, early career people, and also mid-career people. For that, you just need to join our Facebook group. So let's get into the story. My story. That after seeing Sajan and understanding all the things, when I decided that this is what is that refined person trying to do. The poor job can't do anything. Why it can't do anything? Because on one side, it is seeing that charismatic, talented LinkedIn person. And on the other side, it is also seeing the hardworking, genuine, hardworking, with a lot of integrity and also a talented individual. Now, here is one thing that I have very carefully chosen these words. I am so conscious, that's why I have chosen these words of being charismatic and being that hardworking person. It is to directly address your concern when you say or somebody feeling. And most importantly, I have seen in my life quite a good number of mid-career people think like that. And quite, why should I say quite? Almost every fresher and every early career person thinks like that. My work should speak about me. And in that way, or in that process, what they do is that they actually go ahead and they are in a panic zone. They were in their comfort zone at some point of time because they want to get the job, they want to get the growth, they want to get the position, they want to get the hike. They push themselves into panic zone. In the panic zone, they want to have that instant gratification. So what do? They jump upon courses, they jump upon every sort of knowledge base that they think will help them to get the job in the shortest possible amount of time or get the hike in the shortest possible amount of time. But those path, the hardworking path, is traveled by so many people. That's why I am intentionally trying to tell you and plant in your mind. And today I want you to erase from your mind that my hard work matters, but it is not sufficient. I have to be that charismatic person. I have to be that polished person that my job actually thinks that I am the suitable counterpart. And how to do that is very, very simple. That's what is all about. Let me go. Yeah, this is the beautiful lady getting torn between the hard-working person and the charismatic person. That's what is the plot. So the plot that I'm going to tell is what helping you or will help you to move from only being that hardworking person who plays the career at the flip of a coin, that I do this, then this is what is the result I'm going to get. But yeah, those are the expectations, but the reality is entirely different because your counterpart who is coming in the disguise of LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn, as I told, is already a metaphor. And that metaphor is what I am going to reveal now is that person's branding. The recruiters, the hiring managers, everyone, whenever they want to see a suitable candidate for their job, it's like the father searching for a perfect bridegroom and the father setting our bridegroom or the bride for their children. They want the best to be happening through their child. In the same manner, the manager wants that person who they can trust even before they make the job encounter. Now, what do I mean by job encounter? Even before the interview, they want to get that slightest. In fact, if possible, the maximum extent possible, that confidence, that trust. And that's where the plot is all about. And it starts with branding. And that falls into very simple action of creating that LinkedIn profile. When I want to relate this process, so it is a love triangle wherein there is one person that is going with that charismatic look and other person doing that hard work, but both trying to get the job and the love triangle is getting created. There are chances equally valid for the other person who is hardworking to turn the table. Success is something like that because it always leaves the traces. The plot is all about telling you that on that day, 2022, September 2nd, when the alarm rang so hard that the sound was really piercing my ears. I woke up from my dream and I realized that I was all these days being that hard-working person trying to get the job, but my vehicle was going nowhere. It's a vehicle that got stuck in the mid of a desert, stuck in the sand. The wheels are rotating. I am in the hamster wheel, but nothing was happening in my career. That's when I realized that there are two people inside me. One, what I think I am, and one, what I believe I should have shown already to the recruiters. So the plot of story is very simple. This love triangle did not happen anywhere. It happened here. And I was the LinkedIn person and I was the hardworking person. And then when I decided that I can't just stay where I am, but I need to have my brand starting. So I did those steps that were told by so many LinkedIn creators on LinkedIn. The first step is very obvious, which is there in front of you. Create your LinkedIn profile. Now you want to, you get married, you want to get your wife or you want to have your husband coming to your house. You cannot have that empty four walls. You need to decorate your shop or your house. When you want customers coming to you, you need to have the shop, but you need to decorate and populate your house. Take utmost care about your LinkedIn profile. It is your digital extension of what you are, what you want to tell to your beautiful job, to the hiring managers, to the recruiters. LinkedIn profile is so important. You undermine it, that's the death sentence that you are telling to yourself with regards to your career. Take so much care of your LinkedIn profile. Look at your photo, look at your banner, and try to understand, is it really something what I want to tell about myself to the world? Because what you tell to the world multiple number of times again and again and again and again is what the world is going to believe. You don't trust me? Recollect the Santur ad. Recollect Medimix ad. Recollect Cadbury's ad. Every language, every time. You keep on hearing, you keep on hearing, you keep on hearing that come one ad. And then when you step into the shop, you have that brand recollection. Dove is not a soap. Thumbs up means thunder. This is the brand recollection, and your profile is the first step to create that impact in the minds of those people who can give their beautiful daughter or handsome son in your hand. How can I forget ChatGPT? Yes, you people are fortunate. During my time, during 2022, yeah, maybe ChatGPT would have come, but I don't know. So what did I do? I went ahead and I started establishing connection with so many people in the domain that I want to work for. And I will show you actually the PDF also that I have created, and the task that you are supposed to do 15 minutes per day. That's it. And I exactly did those things. And I have asked my mentees also to do the same things, and they got breakthroughs. As I told, success leaves traces. I went ahead and I contacted with so many people in my domain, outside my domain. I was new to content creation. I was a core, and I am core techie at heart. I consider myself a geek. But then this is a different ball game that I need to learn. So who are better persons than those who are there on LinkedIn? I started sharing my stories. I started getting proper response from them. I got into so many calls. Get onto LinkedIn profile and you will see so many people saying that book a free call with me 15 minutes. And I remember this lady, she's so famous. She said that I am offering a 30 minutes free call. Laddu. बोलते हैं ना वो लड्डू पूड़ा. And then she gave me almost 1.5 hours review of my LinkedIn profile, help me with the content strategy, help me with my headline, because I was so clear what I want to do on LinkedIn. I told I want to get a job. I want to double my salary. And she helped me so much. You will pick up so many pearls, so many understanding, so much of knowledge when you start collaborating with the people and getting with people. So next step is obviously to create content, as I already told. Now you have ChatGPT. Do not think twice. Mind has this unique nature of slipping through the cracks, and those cracks are nothing but our doubts. Once you get that, you will get the call. The grading criteria will automatically come in front of you in terms of interview. You just need to have your technical muscle already built by the time, and you have your network already built by the time. Recruiters come to your profile, they see that you are the correct match for them, and then they give you the invitation. And that's what happened to me. I remember getting so many offers, yes, but the beautiful thing that I always want to recollect how LinkedIn actually changed my life are two incidents. And that is this. There's a, there's a startup in Bangalore. Maybe I should not call it startup. It has already a very good 38% market share in South Africa and a very good market share in with, and its customers are nothing no less than BMTC, Maharashtra Road Transport Corporation, and all those people. This person, the technical CTO, so-called CTO, he saw my profile, he read few of my posts, and he invited me to the office. I was prepared so much for the interview, for the technical round. To my surprise, when I went to the office, he just said one thing, that and I asked for the question, when I asked, like, when are we going to start the interview? He said, Vamsi, I don't want to interview you. It will be something, a disgrace or a disrespect for you if I ask you any questions. Actually, inside I was thinking, man, what will if he has this, that, and all those things. But my brand has already spoken about myself. He gave me a tour of his office and everything sorted out. Just that it is so far, and I already have burnt my hand with startups and working day and night, wherein my house has become only a lodging for me, that I come, go, and my wife got completely pissed off. I could not join there. The second incident, I gave one post with respect to how, if I would have been a technical architect, will actually deal with my subordinates. Story, my thought leadership. Dover International, a well-known company, SVP of that company saw the post. He gave a call. The third minute after his call, I get a call from his secretary, and 2 days after, I booked my interview slot. I did not do anything. Every post that you create and you put it, your growth related post, your personal story related post, remember what I told in the previous thing, is your digital asset. Go ahead and create content. Make use of the prompts that are being given to you. You will create your digital assets and you will skim very easily through this technical setup or technical interview, whatever. So if loving is a choice, you take a choice that I want to love this person or I want to hate this person. But being loved is not a choice. You need to work for that. You need to come in front of that person to be a candidate that you are worthy enough of their love. People are so judging nowadays. Yes, it is true. People are having a lot of biases. Perceptions are changing. Thinking practically, it is what the world is all about. I'm not talking here anything about out of the blue. At least with respect to your career, this is what is happening. And you also, when you have to evaluate somebody, when you have to take an appraisal meeting with someone, or somebody is taking your appraisal meeting, it's all about understanding what is your worth of being in the job or not being in the job. It's always boils down to that perception, and your content is actually going to do that magic. And you need to do only one thing. Pick up the document that I am going to give you. Use ChatGPT for a period of 1 month, 15 days per minute, 15 days, 15 minutes per day. start implementing what is being given to you. You will slowly transition away from your limiting beliefs. If your limiting belief is, Vamsi, if I write the content, who will read my content? This is the big question that I got. And many people also say, Vamsi, when I want to write some content, I can only think of my technical stuff and I want to always post about it. I don't know how to, each time when I want to create content, it is taking more than 1 hour. And there are also strange reasons that people say, Vamsi, if I put some technical question, okay, something if I put, then someone who is an expert, so-called, will comment, and I am making a fool out of myself by just opening my mouth. All these things are limiting beliefs. So let us come back to that love triangle. Unless and until if you don't approach your love by removing all the limiting beliefs, whether she will say yes or she will say yes, or she will say no, or he will say yes or he will say no. अरे हम तो सुना है ना बहुत सारे मूवीज में डायलॉग, हे the good friend will say, until unless you don't tell her if that you love her, how will she come to know? Or vice versa, the friend of this heroine will say, unless and until if you don't express your love, how will he come to know that you are loving him? So in the same way, until and unless if you don't take these two characters inside you, the one who is hardworking, the one who has to grow being that charismatic person, have that brand, have that polishedness, have that thought leadership being given to the external world. Your talent is your hard working, which you are anyways earning. And you can do that. You know how to adapt yourself to learn the new technology. But the question is, are you becoming that person who can come out of their shell, their limiting beliefs, and come in front of that beautiful lady or that handsome person that they can choose you? Both the people are inside you. That's where the choice comes. You need to marry these two people. In fact, okay, the love story, the triangular love story has a twist. And the twist is, both the people are inside you. It's a choice that you need to take how to marry these two characters. Don't be like me, who has to get a dream, wake up shouting and getting an revelation kind of thing, because the plan is right in front of you. You know the two people inside you, you just shake hand with both and you are already there. So coming to the last, we are at the fag end and we know what that love story is all about. It's a triangle, but ultimately both are inside you. So start now. Don't think so much. Because when you shake the hands with your strong personality, your technical capability, with your magnetic personality, you are already there. This is what is the path that I have traveled. I have seen many people traveling. I am seeing great entrepreneurs traveling, that they have their core skill, which is a non-negotiable asset that they always talk about, but they take every effort to become the charismatic person that the world wants to appreciate. When these two things are there in front of you, nothing can stop you. Your knowledge is your asset. But the point I am trying to make is, as much as your gray matter is your asset, your aesthetic part, which is your brand, is your biggest asset. What the hard skill can't do, sometimes your brand can do, which has happened in my life. It has opened so many doors that I never thought that I can even approach those kind of things. I was a person who was always checking out myself, saying that I am not worthy enough to even get into that group and speak. But the moment I had my brand, when I see my mentees having that brand and they are getting to places, knowledge has not changed so dramatically or so drastically within that 6 months or 7 months. But what has changed is that handshake. the triangular love story had this beautiful end, that the job, which is their love of their life, actually realizes that their true potential, because the gating criteria, which is the interview, will test you anyways with regards to the hard skills and other things. But the personality is what appeals and speaks about you even before you knock the doors of interview. See, how did I spin the story? We are career door, and I am saying knock the door. That's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of your brand. So what next? Tomorrow, 8 p.m. you are going to come here. I know you are going to come. And before you log off, numbers are decreasing. Let me tell you, this lady is someone who I respect a lot, because we had some good conversations as comments in LinkedIn posts. So this is what I'm going to tell. When you are there on LinkedIn and you are putting posts, it also means that you need to engage a lot. And why am I bringing this engagement now? Because in the worksheet that you are going to get the network part, how to do the networking. You are going to get prompts, how to create content, and you are also getting action points as to how to engage. Engagement is all about that marriage, guys. Engagement is all about that real engagement. Until and unless those things don't happen, the love will not get converted into that holy marriage. So tomorrow you are going to take this understanding from this person, how interviewers actually think. So here are your call to action, very simple call to actions. Join our WhatsApp community and join our Facebook group to download the prompts. Set reminder for 8 p.m. tomorrow and share and repost in your groups. It means a lot to us because we are on a mission, and your support means a lot to us. With all that said, with all those things said and done, my love story, which started as a triangular love story, actually I understood that the job which I want to get, the two eligible people are actually inside me. I just to bring them together. On that note, I want to see you again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Goodbye.